Tennesseans drowning in medical debt. Thousands of people on the verge of bankruptcy. Some losing their homes or foregoing doctor visits just because they can't pay those medical bills.
Tonight, News Channel 5 begins a new community initiative, Medical Debt Rescue. We'll be wiping away some of your medical debt with one yellow envelope. Chris Conti begins this ongoing series.
Yes, sir. This is God country.
The road for Gary Brown has been paved with anything but simplicity.
There's no two same brain injuries in the world.
Each step, each movement, every walk down his street is a reminder to Gary Brown of how long this road has been.
So as I'm talking to you, I'm concentrating on my balance.
It never used to be like this. Not until one day in 2016, when Gary Brown's path took an unexpected turn.
This is what they cut off of me, and that's what's left of it.
The 48-year-old was on his motorcycle in Bedford County when he went off the road.
I landed in the middle of the road, head first, broke my neck, and had trauma brain injury. I landed right there in front of the sign in a couple's front yard that said, "Prepare to meet thy God." That's where I landed.
Gary did not meet his God that day in 2016.
They thought I was pretty much dead.
But he did have to learn to walk, talk, and swallow again. 6 months into his recovery, Gary lost his job, and then he lost his insurance.
You're living your life like you're living, and then the carpet gets yanked out from under you, and what do?
With no health coverage, Gary became one of the 72 million Americans now carrying medical debt. He estimates he owes about $500,000 right now.
And it mentally drained me to the point I was so depressed, I was ready to take a gun, just blow my head off. Why didn't I die right there on that road that day?
There is a lien on Gary's home, and Gary has realized he has no one to lean on. How do you live a normal life knowing you owe all this money?
I don't. I dream about it, I think about it, I want to pay my debt, you know. But I don't know what else to do. I've run out of options.
Gary is hardly alone in any of this. By some estimates, close to 700,000 Americans will be forced into medical bankruptcy this year alone.
1 in 4 adults will say that they or someone in their household has had trouble paying a medical bill in the past year.
Dr. Melinda Button is a health economist at Vanderbilt. She says most of us couldn't afford to pay off something as small as a $400 medical bill.
Auto insurance or fire insurance or things like this. We understand that those are types of insurance for the unforeseen, for the unpredictable. With health insurance, we kind of get lulled. We use that health insurance to go to our routine appointments and pay for routine things. We may not pay as much attention to what is actually going to be covered when we need it most.
Perhaps most alarming is that a majority of those struggling with debt have insurance. High deductibles, rising costs have made it unaffordable for countless Tennesseans, though.
It's just this avalanche of things that can happen when you get ill, and that's very scary to people.
Is the system broken?
Yes, it's broken. It's broken pretty bad, and people out here don't even know.
As for Gary Brown, after 2 years, he's gotten coverage through Medicare, but that won't erase the $500,000 in debt he has.
It's very hard to deal with all this. Each and every day I wake up wondering, why am I still even here?
Crushing debt that only adds to the burden this man is carrying.
The system I believed in and worked for is totally senseless.
This system is so lopsided and debt gets sold off so often from hospitals that debt like Gary's is actually worth next to nothing. Here's where our Medical Debt Rescue Initiative comes in. News Channel 5 has partnered with a nonprofit. We gave them $15,000. That's it, 15 grand. That money paid off $1.8 million in medical debt for 600 Tennesseans across the area. Starting today, people will start getting these yellow envelopes. If you get one, contact me immediately. It means some or all of your debt has been paid off. Here's my information. We'll have it on our website and on our Facebook page. Guys, again, if you get one of these yellow envelopes, do not throw it away. It means that some of your debt may have been taken care of.
And that nonprofit randomly selected people.
Right. We need to point out here that we had no control over who had their bills paid off. This was a completely random process. These 600 people who have been impacted by this, we do not know who they are because of HIPAA laws. But we would like to hear from them once they get this good news.
Isn't it amazing? $15,000.
Really, more than $1 million.
Just how unequitable the system
that.
is,
Wow.
and weighted against consumers and patients.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris, we look forward to hearing these stories.
More throughout the rest of the week.
Okay, thanks. By the way, yeah, as Chris mentioned, you can see all of our medical debt rescue stories right now on our website, newschannel5.com. And join us tonight at 10 for another look at this growing problem.